Hello, this is Professor McEwen, and the subject of this video is, are you ready to take an 8-week class? So, video is going to look at the comparisons between an 8-week and a 16-week class. So let's get started. So this class is in American history, either AMH 2010 or AMH 2020. So, simple question, do you like American history? Is it your favorite subject? If so, why? Now, why am I asking this question? Well, how much do you know about American history that you learned in school compared to English, math, and sciences? Well, chances are very little that I have discovered in 25 years because in elementary schools, you're lucky to even get 20 minutes a day, if not 20 minutes a week, just on the social sciences. Now, it's never deemed as important as reading, writing, math, and science. Well, here's the thing. To understand history, what are you required to do? Read and write. Wow, now there's a concept. You must learn the same amount of material in an 8-week class as in a 16-week class. So let's look at the comparisons. So let's first look at the time formula for a 3-hour accredited class. Now, what studies have shown that when you're taking a 3-credit class, that means you're spending at least 3 hours in the classroom. So this might be as a hybrid where you'll be doing that or online. So what studies have shown is that in a 16-week class, that at 3 hours per credit class outside of class, what one needs to do is basically spend that 3 hours times 3 for each, one for each hour. And this will equate to you need to spend 9+ hours per week outside the class. Now, you're now going to shorten this to 8 weeks. So what does that mean? 3 hours per credit outside of class, then times 2. So therefore, 3 times 3 equals 9. But now you have to multiply that 9 hours by 2. So you need to spend 18+ hours a week just in this class alone, and hopefully to achieve success. Now, comparisons in the amount of reading. It is actually going to be the same between 8 weeks and 16 weeks as the total amount. Because as you can see in AMH 2010, you're going to be required to read 290 pages, which is about 41 pages per week. In a 16-week class, it's still the same 290, but now that is basically in half to about 19 pages a week. In an 8-week class of the AMH 2020, it's almost 100 pages more, 387 pages total with about 55 pages per week. In a 16-week class, it's 387 pages equates to about 26 pages a week. Now, this is one of the reasons I chose this textbook, besides it's being cheap, is that you weren't required to read as much. Now, seeing the amount of reading you have to do, let's look at the amount of lectures you're going to have to listen to in the lecture videos. You must use both the lecture videos and what you've read in order to do the assignments for these classes. So in an 8-week class, there are 16 lectures, which equate to about 16 hours. In the 16-week class, well, it's the same amount of lectures and the same amount of hours. In AMH 2020, it's 22 lectures with 20 hours. And this will mean that you're going to have to watch 3 to 4 lectures a week. Where in a 16-week class, it's still the same amount, but it's only 1 or 2 lectures a week. So now let's look at the comparison of number of written assignments. In an 8-week class, AMH 2010, you're going to have 6 assignments with the lowest one drop. So you're going to have an assignment per week. In the 16-week class, AMH 2010, you're going to have 12 assignments with the 2 lowest drop. So you have 1 per week as well, but you get a couple of weeks off. In the 8-week class in 2020, you still have 6 with the 1 lowest drop. In the 16-week class, you have 12 with the 2 lowest drop. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means you're giving a little bit of leeway of having one bad assignment or possibly one missed assignment, but you can't afford to have another missed assignment in an 8-week class because that it could jeopardize your grade. Where in the 16-week class, you're allowed that 2 bad papers. Now let's look at the comparison of number of exams. In an 8-week class of AMH 2010, it's 6 with the lowest exam drop. 16-week, it's 6 with a 1 dropped. In AMH 2020, it's 6 with 1 drop. And AMH 2020 16 weeks is 6 and 1 drop. So what's the difference? Well, here we see it. In the 8-week class, you're going to have one exam at the end of each week, a module exam, which could be based on 3 to 4 lectures and chapters from the textbook. Where in a 16-week class, you have one exam every 2 or 4 weeks, and therefore you have a lot more time to prepare for taking the exam. So in conclusion, let's look. In taking an 8-week class, you're going to have to be prepared to do the double amount of work. You have less time to prepare for exams, and you have little margin of error on missed assignments and exams. Now understand, I am available to help. And one way of this is with the assignment. If you submit it to the assignment tab before 4 p.m. each Thursday, I'll go in there and critique it and help you earn a higher grade. So let's have a great semester, and I look forward to working with you and teaching you.